You are my hated enemy. I am enemy, and I'm a one-rated enemy. I'm a labeled enemy. I am your mortal enemy, and my actions enemy make me your bitter enemy. All around enemy. Ow, ow. It's tearing up the ground enemy. Ow, ow. It's drawn in by the sound enemy. Enemy. I must eliminate my enemy. Ow, ow. Enemy.
But they did quite well. So we are going to go then into round 2. SK Europe still top left, playing still RMP. Can they make it work for them? SK USA though back on the same lineup as well. So it is going to be the same as last time. Nothing's changing apart from the map at Blade's Edge. This could prove dangerous maybe to the team of SK USA if they can catch Reels up there a little bit better. Not so much room to kite. So the gates are going to open, and SK Europe need something to do about this. In comes Death and Decay. That's not going to catch Zom out. Serenia almost predicting Zom, but Zom a little bit smarter, going to take it a little bit slower. In comes a volley as well. That's not going to catch anybody. Not going to move in for the fight just yet.
Really has just blown his stone form, getting rid of that poison from the pet.
He has blown his stone form. That's going to be 2 minutes then before it gets back in. So Zom going to move up. Not going to get onto his target. It's actually going to be seen by Serenia. That was a quick crowd control onto Zom. He's going to be running through TNTs. Not got aim shut on him, looking for his target. It is going to be Reels. Gets dispelled off. Needs to get back on his target, and it's so bad for Zom. It looks so difficult to actually get anywhere near Reels, and he's just soaking up a lot of this damage. Death Grip was actually used onto another there to keep him back onto Serenia. So, and you know, they're playing a 2 DPS game. Another
Zom finally managing to get on the back of Reels, who does respond with a disengage. Zom sitting in Shasa at the moment.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind Zom changing his mind and going for Serenia, because SCK is caught out of position, and so they can do some damage here onto Serenia now. They're going to have to do it through all the damage of the Hunter. Can they control? Zom dropping reasonably low, Serenia not so. Zom going down to 2k HP, trying to line of sight. There comes the cheap death proc as well. Goes up to 6k. They had a fear on the Paladin, but couldn't make anything of it. Zom's going to switch onto the Paladin. This could be really good for SK Europe, but look at that. Nice death grip from Serenia. Knew what was up, and then pulled SCK out of a dangerous situation. Still though, onto Serenia, drops down to 6k. Reels has good line of sight onto Zom. Serenia drops down to 2k, and in comes the first kill, and it is going to be for Europe, but there comes a counter kill. And now this is going to be...
It's a 2-on-2. It's Aurelian another up against SCK, and Reels, who is going to take this? Aurelian sitting on like 10k HP, another looking very comfortable. Let's see what SK can do here.
Oh, and actually in comes a Hodge onto Aurelian, dropped down to 5k, and it's sick going aggressive, pops his 30% damage, so I completely forget names, but enough really will stroll away with half HP and desperately needs to drink, so he is going to drink up.
Yep,
we actually have a poly onto SCK,
pretty dubious play by SKUS, who haven't kept Aurelian in combat. He's at 3.5k mana now, and that could have been huge.
Yeah, and this is interesting because obviously can't remove poisons apart from stone form, so Reels could be really, really annoying. And I honestly think in a 2v2 situation, this really should go to the favor of SK USA. The only thing that I can see maybe changing that is mana burns and some kill.
You really have to ask yourself, why are they letting Aurelian drink? He's at 10k mana now. What is going on?
Yeah, Reels then put into a sheep. He has got aspects of the Viper up, so his mana won't be a problem for the whole game. Obviously SCK as well does have Divine Plea. Probably doesn't want to use it in any dubious situations, as it's 50% healing. Another Anna really have geared up with 100% mana. And honestly, if anyone's going to break or get a kill from a Mage Priest versus a Hunter Paladin, it's another Anna really. They've played 2v2s before and they've won them. Poly onto SCK, Cone of Cold onto Reels. Reels is going to disengage, get some distance, looking for a fear then onto SCK when he comes out of that Poly. They aren't going to use it just yet. In comes a deterrence. In comes another Poly, and they really are going to be chasing down this Hunter. And Reels has got to think, I can't run away too far from my Paladin.
SCK sitting in fear at the moment. I really managed to get a mana burn off on him, and now he's focusing with smites and onto Reels.
Yeah, well, you know, Reels obviously knows what he's doing. Didn't want to keep kiting away. He's going to drop down. That was a little bit of a mistake maybe from Reels. I don't think he wanted to end on the ground. He's going to get Blessing of Might back up on him. That will give him 550 attack power, unless it's spec'd, which I'm assuming it will be. So around about the 700 mark. He's going to be feared away. So let's switch over to another. Going to go for Poly onto SCK, not going to get it. Going to go for another Poly, doing it through TNTs and damage. He's going to instantly get out of that Poly. In comes the pet. Let's see what they can make of this. Another Poly, so it is going to be damage then onto Reels. He does lay a trap. It is going to be Frost Aura trying to run away. In comes Holy, and there comes a Wyvern Sting as well. That's going to be trinketed, so they can fear him. They can control. Let's switch over, not to Zom, because he's dead. In comes a Penance onto another. And actually, SEK and Serenia handled that fine. SEK and Reels, sorry, handled that fine, and they won't be going down. And now look at this. Another completely tapped out of mana. So if they put a lot of pressure onto another now, they could really force O'Reilly to have to come out early, but not going to be the case.
They're just letting O'Reilly drink again and again and again. SCK sitting in sheep at the moment, and again O'Reilly's going to really focus on Smite, but it's really going to be hard for them to take Reels down. But that was a
great
perfect fear. Reels does respond with a trinket, but it could be too late. He's going to go down. Brilliant play from SK Gaming. Questionable play from SKUS. Really, they should have won that, you know? They had the healing debuff. SK didn't, and that was just dubious stuff from SCK and Reels.